Crunchy, crunchy, crunchy.
My favourite place to look is Pinterest. I'm going to scavenge through my aesthetic in a nutshell because it is bound to have the aesthetic image that I definitely didn't choose prior. If you can't tell already, I have a colour pattern within my uploads that I started and I can't get out of. This video is supposed to be red, so I'm going to look for a nice picture with some red in it. I usually do my thumbnails on my trusty rusty MacBook, but I'm going to throw in how you can do my thumbnail style on mobile too because there are many of you out there that use your phones to edit. On Fonto, choose the colour you want the thumbnail to be, so for me, red. Then put in the size, 1280 x 720 pixels. I usually do things unprofessionally and there's probably a more accurate way, but I just make a shape the same size as the reference from Google on a Pages document. Okay, so here is an awkward pause, so how has your day been, guys? Again, choose your base colour. The main thing people ask me about is how I get that soft, solid colour wash on my thumbnails. It's a makeshift filter by putting the picture on top and changing the opacity. Gosh dang it, it's an ad. Anyways, you can play around with the little slider thing until you like how the image looks. Here, it's basically the same thing. Also, not related, but I like to put the opacity at a good number, like 60 like in this case. Here are some examples of other designs and how opacity affects them. Why I started doing this is to tone down the image more so the text is more noticeable. Now for decoration. I play around with different fonts and sometimes images and stickers on Fonto and PixArt. Since this video is a movie theme, I'm going to add some popcorn because who doesn't like popcorn? Oh, and speaking of popcorn, the popcorn carts in Tokyo Disneyland are literally amazing and I want to go there and try all the flavours again.
Shut up.
If you can't tell, I adjusted the image a bit so it isn't as harsh. Also, the button eyes are a tribute to a dream I had last night where I was getting button eye surgery, except it was modern and I got put under anaesthesia. Wait, was it a dream? Or did I go through the little door in the middle of the night? Let me tell you a story. So one day, in the beginning of my YouTube career, I found a VSCO filter called Blythe, and I used it in all of my thumbnails. Usually it turns out okay and gives a unified sort of look, but guess what? It doesn't look good on this thumbnail. So, for this picture, I just edited it to my liking on the Photos app. I low-key think that these look like cursed plants versus zombies sunflowers, but I hope you learnt something at least.